purpose of the workshop today is to enjoy ourselves. To have fun, but also the idea is to learn about our well-being. We call it our emotional well-being, not our physical. Physical, we go to the gym to get physical, but we need to look after not only our bodies, but also our hearts and our emotions. So this is like a gym for the emotions.
No kugishemererwamo tukazana kandi no kwega kubasa kuturaho omungo kutukura ngo kutubasa kwasaganya okura.
You're watching BCTV. My name is Juliana K, and thank you so much for choosing BCTV as your #1 station. It is amazing to know that part of us, of course, you make us who we are. Those who are advertising with us, thank you so much. Those who are thinking of doing it, we are grateful. You're watching the online television everywhere you are, in London, Canada, Wales, everywhere.
And Uganda.
And Uganda, of course. Every part of Uganda, you're in Kasese, you're in the corner of Kanungu, you're in Nisenjilo, we reach everywhere you are. In the bus park, everywhere, in the saloon, in the restaurant, you'll be able to catch us. Thank you so much. I'm with the wonderful team here with me, of course my bosses. But anyways, I am about to introduce them. My name is Juliana K, and I'm seated with two great gentlemen, the CEOs, who have known each other for about 21 years. Isn't that sounding amazing?
21 years.
I'm like, oh my goodness, how have you been able to do that?
So am I. So am I. Yeah, we feel the same.
Yeah.
Wow, you feel the same?
Yeah, how have we been able to do it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Please, it is humbling. But before anything, hear from them. Let me turn on my left. Hey.
Hey.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to see you again.
Yes, nice to see you again.
Yeah.
I'm very humbled. Please say hello to viewers.
Hello, viewers. I met Juliana, I think, a day before yesterday, and we've had a lot of very interesting conversations about all sorts of great stuff since.
But you had met me on TV as well, before.
Definitely seen you on TV before.
Yeah.
And enjoyed it.
All right, thank you. You're most welcome. And of course, been pleasure, fun, inspirational, and every beautiful thing to have Steve and having met him. And on my right, I turn to my boss, CEO, BWERA Charity Project Uganda, and of course BWERA Charity Youth Rehabilitation Hub, and the CEO of BCTV, who is a very close friend, actually more of a brother to Steve, Garrett. And please say hello to them.
Hello everyone. I am the elder brother to that young man.
I wish.
Yeah, I'm the vision bearer for BWERA Charity Project Uganda, and I've been working with my brother Steve for the last 21 years. We met in 2003. Yeah.
I just, before we go to our real business, I just have a simple question.
Yeah.
You guys, it is very special, especially for people who do business together. How have you been able to maintain it? Because how have you been able to do this for 21 years? You kept on pushing and you're doing great together.
I suppose on my side it's because I've always been very impressed by Pedson's energy. I mean, I've always, ever since we first met, thought, wow, this is a guy. He wants to do stuff, and that's what keeps me going. Really, is I love being around people with a good energy,
Yes,
who don't
me
just
too.
blah blah blah.
Yes.
There's a lot of blah 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 in the world, but it's the people that do stuff that I want to be with. And you know, he's achieved so many of his ideas, and he's a man with many varied different talents. He's also really annoying sometimes. You know, that's what brothers are like.
Yeah.
And I know I'm just as annoying.
Yeah, of
to him,
course,
so,
yeah.
yeah.
That's amazing.
No, but it's really been inspirational, and to have come here now after all this time and see the rehabilitation hub and the work, it's almost like the guy that I met 21 years ago, the young guy, you know, he's maturing, bearing fruit, and that idea, that feeling I had that he had the energy to make things happen, I said, man, I was right, he did. So it feels good.
Wow, it's amazing, incredible. And having heard those beautiful words, I cannot repeat, but of course I come to one. In this life, it is very important to surround ourselves with people who are with great ideas, with variety. You know, he talks about in this world that people with a lot of blah blah blah. They talk too much, but they do not.
Nothing.
They do nothing. And especially there's something he mentioned. He admires your working. You know, your attitude. You know, sometimes you have people, but they always want to be told what to do. Even when you're working with them, you tell them, hey, Dennis, please, let's do this. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do it. You're like, hey, let's do this. He's like, no. So he admires your attitude of doing things, your work, your energy. And I loved that.
Yeah.
I love that.
And you know, the word that pops into my mind here is because we're both musicians.
Yes.
So I started playing music in Liverpool when I was 12 years old, you know, when the Beatles was still around. And so creativity,
Yes.
not only in music and singing, but then creativity in life.
In
You
life.
know, we actually have the power as human beings to invent,
Exactly.
to create. We want a vision, we can make it happen, but not everybody has that.
I love
And
it.
that's what I want to be around. It's like, hey, we got this idea, lots of ideas in the world, but you got to plant the seed, water it, let's make it grow.
Wow.
Creativity is the answer, right?
I'm gonna say this, I don't think it will offend my boss, but I also admire the creativity on him. When you bring the idea to him, he will buy it and he will develop it. Please, say something small.
Yeah, one thing.
What keeps you so much
One
moving?
thing that has kept me with Steve is he means business.
Yes.
He means business. When he says something, he means it. Steve will give you an idea, and you think maybe he's joking, but with time he will implement it. You know, there are so many people who have a lot of plans, but they will never implement anything. So Steve has been implementing things. Even when you send him a simple proposal, he will develop it.
Wow.
And he will make it wow.
That's amazing.
So he makes things real. In other words, he's very innovative.
Yeah.
He's very creative and very honest.
Wow, I love
So
that.
that has kept honest.
Honest.
That has kept me so close to this young man.
That trust is very important, isn't it? You know, I've always enjoyed the fact that if I write to Pedson, I know I'm going to hear back that day probably, or there'll be a very good reason for it. And you know, things I didn't do very well at school. You know, that was a long time ago. But the good thing that gave me was this feeling that okay, I've got to make it up for myself. I've got to figure out for myself what I'm going to do.
Yes.
I'm not just going to follow what other people say. Some kind of like a railway line is going to be my career, my life. No, it was about making stuff up as I went along, and I lived in Canada for a while, and I traveled quite a lot. So again, I had this sort of confidence of being able to meet people from different places and look for the commonality.
Yeah.
And we're on a pretty similar wavelength, even though we grew up in countries that were so far apart with so many differences. But there's something we have in common. Isn't there, underneath all that, you know?
Yeah.
All right, we are with Steve, all the way from Wales, UK, and of course the CEO of BWERA Charity Project Uganda. We are about to know why we are hosting them right now on the show, and mainly Steve came to Uganda a few days back. I think 3 days back, and he's been working with young people. We are yet to know how he has found the young people, and of course way back he told us on the show actually the plans he has for the Aries equality. So it's about to tell us right now where they're taking us, of course with his brother, the Pedson. And before that, I would want to know the experience you know, how did you find the young people? Been seeing you carrying out different workshops with them. It's been amazing for me to see. Myself, I learned something very important. So how did you find them?
I know it's easy to say the word amazing. People say it a lot, but I really was amazed. I mean, coming in here, the centre and everything that's here, but those young men and women, wow! I mean, they're so rich as characters. They're so interesting. They're so thoughtful.
Yeah.
It's just been a real pleasure, and this feeling of this possibility of them gaining more confidence about what they can do with their futures.
Yes.
Not to mention the fact that they're brilliant musicians and dancers.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, I mean, I've just had the best time being here. It's been really inspiring.
Great. We're going to go for a very short break. When we return, we're going to know their plan. What are they doing in us? They've done great things already so far. They're doing a great job in the young people. Of course, don't forget, we're a charity youth rehabilitation hub, of course, which is running and going on, taking care of the street children and other orphans and youth from the ghettos. And Steve come with a very big plan for the REHAB equality, where it is going to benefit a lot of youth in Uganda, in Wales, of course, Wales and Uganda. Yeah. We are definitely going to come back and you will get to know more about that. My name is Joanna K, watching BCTV. Don't dare go away. Back from the break, my name is Jidana K and you're watching BCTV. Wherever you are, we're very grateful you're part of us. People watching us from Wales, we love you so much. You have a great person. On my right, director, please, say something on workshops. What was the most important thing you cannot leave out?
Yeah, I think that one of those things that have changed my mind and attitude, and also after hearing from the young people, after Steve's workshop,
yes,
especially day 2, which is today,
yes,
it was today,
yes,
by the Alternative to Violence project.
Yeah.
We are 3 ones,
yes,
all combined together. Violence, anger, and conflict. You see, that where there is a conflict, of course you will expect some kind of anger.
Yes.
But you must be able to control and manage your anger,
yes,
so that it doesn't result into
violence. Wow.
So I could relate the 3 things and I could see that many of us fall short on the way.
Yes.
And so there is need for us to not have some form of self-control.
Yes.
If we can control ourselves, then there will not be any violence around the world.
Wow, that's powerful.
Yeah, that was very powerful for me as well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow, I hope someone out there you've learned this. When you control, when you manage your anger, then it doesn't lead you to violence. Actually, I remember so Steve mentioned, he was telling the young people that they end up in prison the rest of your life because you're not able to manage your anger.
Yeah. In just 1 minute.
Just in 1 minute. Thank you so much. That's what you mentioned. Thank you so much. And people be like, don't disturb me. I can hit you. I can do this. I can, they forget. Actually, he mentioned the rest of your life you can rot in jail by doing that small thing in 1 minute. Yet you can manage it. Thank you so much. That's powerful. That's when you chill with people with big brains, you benefit a lot. You still need to get that so much on BCTV. A lot is going to come. Right now, we want them to take us through the REHAB equality. Which plans does Steve and Director Ped have for the young people in Uganda and Wales?
Well, I've been working for many years using music as a way to engage with young people who may have been excluded or disadvantaged in some way. It's a great way to engage with young people, you know, and it gives them self-confidence. They can really explore their creativity and make a big change in their lives.
Yeah.
So when Pedson told me about the fact that he's working with young people here and using music and dance with a similar aim in mind, you know, he said, wow, wouldn't it be great if we could do some kind of exchange? And I'm involved with an arts organisation close to the capital, Cardiff, in South Wales. We've got a lovely new building, and I'm on the board of management, you know, but I said to them, hey, why don't we make a link? You know, wouldn't it be great for the Welsh kids to meet their peers, young people like them? I mean, they're so similar in so many ways, you know, but also some really interesting differences on both sides. So they could meet with each other, and we're thinking, let's do it online to start with. They can meet each other online, get to know each other, talk to each other, hang out together, because we're all so used to communicating online these days. And then begin to work online, teaching each other some of the dance and music that they know. Next year then, we get the young people from Uganda can come over to Wales, we'll host them there, meet our kids, they go work together, work towards a performance together, which would be, I think, so brilliant for the people in Wales to see, wow, you know, we're saying human beings are not so different. That's a way to get around anything like racism and everything, is to realise, wow, well, no, of course we're not so different, you know.
Thank you so much, Steve. That's very brilliant of you. And of course, before I go to Director Pate, is this the project you guys are working on? Which project are you guys working on together?
Yeah, that's the very project we're working on together, actually.
Wow, okay.
So we want to use the music and dance to address the issues of gender equality and racial equality.
Wow.
So we want to use the edutainment to bring the knowledge across the two nations, the young people in Uganda and the young people in Wales.
Wow.
And then our guys will come out here.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when we go there, we come back with them.
Yeah.
So it's going to be performances their side in Wales and some performances here in Uganda.
Yeah.
Oh, so that means you are promoting, you're going to do that in both Ugandan youth and Wales.
Yeah.
Wow,
It's an exchange.
It's an exchange.
It's a cultural exchange.
Cultural exchange.
Using the music and dance to address such issues.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I think we'll end up with young people in Wales with much greater knowledge about equality. Young people in Uganda the same, but not only the young people, everyone that they see performing and the people that they know. So we're just trying to bring some small kind of positive contribution to the world to say, hey, look, you know what? Equality, justice, let's end all this fighting, you know, and get on with it.
Wow. I would think Ugandan government should actually come in and probably give a hand into this
would be great.
to develop it, grow more bigger and bigger, because it is going to be a very great project. Just a quick one. How is Director Pedson prepared for this?
We've been...
Are you ready?
Yeah, ready.
Wow.
We've been here for a month now, doing the practices and in music and dance and playing of musical instruments and things like that. And Steve has come also, you know, has witnessed young people very active and
he's about to tell us whether he loves.
Ready to know.
He's about to tell us whether he loves the energy or not, or whether it's continuing with the.
Right, he could say something as well.
Steve,
how do you feel about the young people?
Well, I said that the energy is inspiring. I mean, was I sitting down yesterday listening to them? I couldn't stop moving around, jumping around. It was so marvelous. No, honestly, I think this is the beauty of it, that they're on both sides. All the young people are going to learn so much from each other about all sorts of things. And more than, you know, maybe the most important thing is develop their sense of confidence in the world, in themselves and in other people. Is a big part of the aim of the project.
All right. Thank you so very much. We cannot wait to see this happen because it's going to be powerful. Thank you so much. And of course, thank you so much for keeping BCTV your number one station. We are going to definitely keep expecting us. Give us your ideas. I was very happy today someone commented on our channel. And said thank you for, I think it's Esther, thank you for promoting culture. Thank you for promoting our culture. Uganda has the best. Ugandan culture is the best. Something like that. So, and of course, we cannot stop telling you guys to keep follow us on social media, all our social media platforms on X, Instagram, Facebook, and of course TikTok. BCTV, and YouTube, BWERA Charity Television. And we are very grateful. My name is Jinana K, and
It's a pleasure.
please, your regards?
Yeah?
Your last regards?
My last regard?
Yes, yes.
I can't wait to come back.
Wow, wow, wow. Do you have anyone you say hello to, mentioning the name?
Oh, well, I
Yes.
mean, you know, they know who they are.
Wow. Thank you so much. Please, Director.
Yeah, thank you so much for always following BWERA Charity Television. And we're very grateful for the work actually Steve has done with young people. Very, very grateful. We're looking forward to the next step towards the artist equality.
My name is Jirana K. Keep BCTV. Peace out.